And I think we are live. Hello. Are we live? Live?
We are.
Woohoo! We're live. Welcome and hello for tuning in. This is Utechpia, and again, we have a special guest, Jeremy from Pixel Stabbers. Yeah, he's always here, right? I like bringing this guy on because he's a technical expert. He knows his stuff. He's been a wedding photographer for pretty much 15 years, shooting professional weddings, pre-weddings, teaching seminars at big conventions like WPPI, and he's been a judge and he has courses. He has a lot of experience as a photographer. So today, we're going to take a look at his gear bag, what he has when he goes to do a pre-wedding shoot or when he goes to do a wedding shoot. This is all the equipment he has, and if you realize and you look carefully at the list that we have below, there's only about $10,000 worth of equipment. And that might sound like a whole lot, but trust me, for a seasoned professional wedding photographer that's been doing this for like 15 years, that's not a lot. I really give Jeremy the credibility to consolidate his gear to really essentially what he needs and just the bare minimum, because he doesn't need a lot of equipment to create the amazing photography work that he does. And that's a testament to how great his photography skills are. And it's that it's not the equipment, but it's how you use the equipment that really makes the best for your photo. So with that being said, let me introduce everyone to Jeremy.
Hi, everybody. It's me again. I know you don't want to see me again, but I can't help it. I just keep coming back. I'm like a common cold. I'm back again.
Yes, Jeremy is back. Say it in advance before we start talking about all your gear.
Like David said, I don't really have a lot of gears. I mean, the cost of it looks kind of expensive because they are. But then, personally, I'm not the type of photographer who had like maybe one or two assistants with me all the time. So I'm always by myself. The reason is I am not a managed type of person. It happened to me before. I have assistant and I'm not a good manager, so just just say that turned out really bad. So never do that again. So don't like to tell people to do things either. So enough said that. So because I don't have anyone helping me, so I had to minimize my gears and also what I carry with me. And I find what I have right now, which I will show you, it works for me. So hopefully you could see how I use them. I'm gonna talk about how I use them, so that you know why I use certain things, and hope that makes sense to you.
Yeah, and just I want to also add to that. It's like a lot of people online, they do a great job of reviewing the specs and gears of the latest and greatest equipment. But what's really important to shoppers is really how you use it. And that's why Jeremy's going to tell you like why we have a 70-200 lens, or why we have a 35 prime or a 16 prime or a 50 prime. It's not that you want to have every lens in your arsenal, because even if you have every lens in your arsenal, what do you know which one to use? And sometimes you have too many that are close in the focal length. You're like deciding which lens to use based on size, weight. No, none of that matters. It's what you want to capture and how you capture it. So Jeremy is going to say and tell us why he has these specific components in his arsenal of gear for wedding and pre-wedding photography. Right?
Yep.
All right. Let's start.
Get to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's start with the most obvious one. Of course, you need a what? Wait, is this a joke? Do we have the right camera on? I think we have to. No. You don't shoot a wedding with an Insta Mini 90 Neoclassic instant film camera.
No.
This is what my niece uses to take her birthday pictures.
This is not for like, it is for professional use, but not like actually delivered to clients, okay? This is to create a good customer vibe and good customer service. So I have this with me.
Okay.
Of course, you need those frames too, right?
Right.
So doing a photo shoot, either a pre-wedding or a wedding day, okay? Sometimes you want to create a good connection with your clients, and you know, when you take a picture of your digital camera, it will take some time for you to deliver that to them, right?
Right.
Now, even though nowadays with all the digital camera that you can actually upload to your cell phone and send to the client, but still, it's a digital format. You don't have the tender, touching kind of thing, right? So from time to time, I will bust out this and take an instant, which actually print out right away, and give it to my clients at that moment.
Oh, so that's genius. That gives it an extra personal touch to it. Yeah.
Doing that photo shoot or something tender.
Yes.
You know, not No,
Tangible,
because right now, to be
tangible,
honest,
right?
yeah, tangible. That's
Yeah.
exactly. So sorry, I don't know why I'm saying that.
Because you're a tender kind of
A lot of
guy.
people do not understand why, but that it's just this small little gesture.
Yes.
It helps you a long way. They will remember you by just that, not because you're a digital photo, but
Yes.
that little gesture.
Yes, and it's special because I've seen a lot of photographers, and you're probably the only and the first photographer that I've talked to that actually brings an instant film camera to a wedding and have that as a deliverable to a client. That's so cool. I'm gonna borrow that idea for my next photo shoot if you don't mind. That's clever.
Of course, go for it. Of course.
That's clever. Thank you, and thank you for sharing all these tips. You're always so generous. Like, thank you, Jeremy. You're always sharing
welcome.
such great knowledge and experience and tips for improving people's photography, both photography skills and the business of photography. Because you gotta have both if you want to be able to do well, bring in money with it, so you can buy more great gear, so you can really enjoy the art of photography. All right.
Also,
So-
it's fun too. I mean, that kind of instant picture is fun.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, I love it. It's very tangible, and there's something just natural about having an instant film camera, right? The shakiness of it, how it comes magically appears, right?
Okay, actually, not to mention, this is also a marketing piece. This is like I choose this one because this looks retro, right?
Yes.
Looks old school.
Yes.
When you carry this with you, when you're walking around in the wedding venue, some guests will stop and ask you what that is. That is a conversation opener, as well as they will remind you by, oh, look at that photographer, have a cool virtual camera.
Yeah. And the cool thing is, this is not even that expensive. So it's like $112. It's on sale right now. You definitely want to pick up some film with it, right? So you can take some pictures, and it's fun. It's fun because one of the things about having good old classic film is like every picture you take, you think about, because it costs money each time you take a picture, and you don't have unlimited pictures. It is expensive. But then when you take one picture, you really value it, right? It's just like when you have small quantity of things, you just tend to value it more. And today's day and age, we're so spoiled with having like digital memory card that's like 256 gigabyte. You can buy for like a couple, not even $100. It's like
You just keep
$30.
shoot and
Right.
pray.
Shoot and pray, and then you don't really value any of the pictures because, oh, well, sure, this is good, that's bad, but if you only come back with 5 photos in your Insta film camera, then those 5 you can put on the refrigerator, you can share forever, and there's only one copy, which makes it even more special because that's the only one. You better protect it, right? Versus when you have like digital, you have so many copies, it doesn't matter anymore. But so the reason why you have this is so you can have something tangible on the wedding day. I love it. Very, very cool. All right, so moving on to your next item. Oh, this is kind of on the same
So this is my
thinking,
upgrade.
right?
So this is actually a printer to
Okay.
print instant film.
Ah,
And see,
yes, I see.
so it's my upgrade now. If I can, do too much of that,
Yep.
I will use my XT3 pictures,
Ooh, yes.
and it's Bluetooth, so it will send over here and print one out from the camera to this become an instant film, and I'll
Oh,
give it to the customers.
oh, wait, so you don't even need to buy the instant camera. You use X3 and you can print out.
It's different. This is more like for the clients, your
Uh-huh.
couples,
Yes.
because that way they have something that you shot, whatever,
Yes.
print on a film,
Yeah.
not on the cell phone or whatnot. So the usage of this two are different. This is more like
Yes.
a marketing piece. If you go in a wedding day,
Yes.
in the guests, they will
Yes.
remember you.
Yes.
This is for the couple when they actually have your pictures in there. You want to give them something before you leave. Boom.
Yes. That's really
Not a
cool.
digital file, not a cell phone, but on an instant film.
Tangible. I love it. I love that concept. Yeah. That's really cool.
That's a double-edged sword, though. I can tell you that right now. Because once you give them that one photo you shot from your camera to
Yeah.
on that, they kind of more urge. Oh man, I want to see my photo right away. So they'll be on you like, "What is my photo ready yet? Is my photo ready?" They'll be on you like that.
Yeah.
But that's kind of help create that urgency, not urgency, but excitement. They'll keep
Yes.
waiting for the photos.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there is a double-edged sword, but that's really cool to have something like this. And it's not very expensive, too. It's like $72, and you got something that you can print on the day of the wedding and just have something tangible as you leave the venue. It's so cool. Very nice. You can use even your cell phone. It
You
looks
use a
like,
cell
right?
phone, yeah.
Right.
And for Fuji, you can basically connect that directly to the printers. So the printer,
Yes.
boom. It's pretty cool.
Sweet. Yeah, just like having these
Really good quality
clips.
too. Like, it print out pretty good quality stuff. Kid you not.
Yeah. And it's just fun, man. It's just fun having something tangible and having one copy of it. Well, this one you can make multiple copies, but still, it's just tangible. That's really cool. It's just like something retro. It's something that's unique about it because everything that's common isn't so valuable, but this is not common, right? So it makes it more interesting and valuable.
Yep.
Very cool. All right, hopefully you have some legit photo gear. There we go. Wait, isn't this a crop sensor?
Yes. It's
Wow.
my trusty Steve 3.
You shoot a wedding with a crop sensor?
Why not? How high resolution did you need your wedding picture to be?
I don't know. I just figured that crop sensor isn't typically what common photographers use. I use a full frame sensor, but I guess I could use a crop sensor. I didn't think about it. I mean, there's advantages,
The only
right?
reason better for a full frame sensor is that you have higher dynamic range.
Okay.
So if you make a mistake, you bring it back.
I guess you don't make any mistakes.
Not that I don't make a mistake, it's just that this give more characters to the person holding it as well as the picture coming out.
Yes.
Because to be honest, I think we did a other video the other day, just yesterday. The human eyes and the cameras are different.
Yes.
So photography is actually from 16, the lens it has 16 or to 22 stop only.
Yes.
Meaning that we are actually using a visually defect of the camera to create art.
Yeah.
Right? So, but now with the digital camera, it's just making everything more perfect, and that is losing that edge of artistic in there.
Right, right.
So with the Fuji, with the crop sensor, because it has a lot of film simulations in there, basically you know how everybody says only shoot raw, but a lot, if you go on searching online saying that Fuji's JPEG is actually better than raw.
Really? What's the story behind that?
Why? Okay, let me ask you one question.
Yeah.
Do you think for a camera company,
Yes.
do they spend more money on making the JPEG or making the raw?
Do they spend more money making the JPEG or RAW? Well, the RAW is just the raw image. They have to invest in making the JPEG because that converts it to an image, right?
So the raw image, basically, if you're shooting Canon, Nikon, Fuji, Sony, whatever,
right.
Sony may be a little better than that because they have higher technology.
Right.
But the raw file, basically, you know how some people said that Canon's warmer and Nikon's cooler, right?
Yeah, yeah.
When you actually do a raw file, you can turn the white balance off, so that means nothing. So
Right.
basically, that characteristic of those so-called cameras picture is based on a JPEG, which is the camera profile.
Oh.
So I kid you not, among all camera, I believe, to be my word, so don't bring down. Fuji's JPEG camera profile is one of the best.
Wow. Very cool.
So that say that if I want, I could pretty much get a disposable SD card that I don't want, shoot all the pictures in SD card with JPEG, with the film simulator. After the wedding's done, I just give the picture to the client without even processing.
Yes, that saves tons of time, and that just increases your value that you spend with them because you're spending a lot less time, but you're also capturing all the value from their investment in such a short amount of time. So making your time more valuable, so you can go to other events. You don't have to worry about editing, right? Because everything comes out as JPEG and it's perfect already. Very cool. So let's look at some of the highlights here. Well, basically, you can either get it as by itself or with some lenses here, right? And here's some shots of the camera itself. Yeah, I like the retro look of this camera too. Like, and we're talking about how
I prefer the silver black, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, people say black is more professional. Like, you know what? I want that look. I don't need to be professional. My work will speak for me. I don't need to look professional. I want to look good.
You want to stand out. That's really cool. Very nice. Now, with this crop sensor, I give you the 100% credibility that it looks great, your pictures look great, but do you ever have any beef with some of the wedding guests that actually brings cameras that are, I would say, a little bit more expensive than what you use as a hired wedding
that
photographer.
always happened.
Right.
Okay.
Right?
You can understand we are hired guns. Even though
Yes.
we're professional, we're hired guns.
Yes.
Meaning that we still make money from the richer people. The richer
Yes.
people can buy the Leica or Hasselblad if they want.
that's true.
You know, it always happened.
Yeah.
I don't play that game. You know what? You have your experience. I mean, expensive camera.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yes. You can do my job if you want. You don't have to hire me, but you know.
Right.
Again, it's the work. I kid you not. At one time, I have a groomsman who one of the white limited edition Leica camera.
Wow.
Limited edition, really expensive. You know that, right?
I don't know that particular one, but I can just imagine that
it cost around over 10K for that camera, just the camera itself.
That's
right?
crazy.
It's one of the limited edition because it's a white. It's like a Christmas edition, something that's like many years ago. Funny story.
Yeah.
He doesn't know how to use the camera.
It's for show.
He's carrying it. I'm shooting the couple, bridal portrait. He's trying to do it on the side, and then suddenly he tapped my shoulder. Do you know how to open my camera?
Open? Wow. That enough said.
So how come I can't get that? Like, okay, let me try.
Show him how to put it into manual.
So I don't even worry about that, to be honest.
Yep.
Just do your job and don't compare. There's no point.
Right. Of course, we know, but it's just like sometimes I wonder if you have a hard time with the guests. But of course, that's why you have to, condition them and let them know, show them your pre-wedding photos.
Well, just be nice. I mean,
right?
we're talking about our peer right now. It's fine, but when you're doing your client, just be nice.
Exactly. Very cool. Very cool. All right, let's see what we have next in your arsenal. And let's tap over here. And we got, this one. I haven't seen this one before.
I don't have this one yet, but I'm about to get a new one upgrade.
Ooh, this is a nice one.
It is the upgrade version of XT3. It's the XT4.
Yes.
Pretty much it has everything that XT3 has.
Uh-huh.
That's why I'm not getting rid of my XT3. The big difference on this is it has a flip screen.
Yep.
And also it has in-body stabilization.
Yep.
So that way I can stop down more if, at nighttime I could stop down more to get some stuff.
And of course, you got the silver color. Of course, it comes in the black as well as the silver. But we have the silver one selected.
Because the XTV's flip screen only flip upward. This one actually flip on sideward. That means that if I want to go really low on the floor and get a low shot, I don't have to go all the way down to the floor. I could just basically let it down, flip the screen up, and that's easy on my back. But exactly.
Ah, very nice. Yeah.
I was teaching a class in WPPI, and I think one of the students has a Panasonic. I forgot what model that is, but it also had this type of flip screen. And he tried to do like a low shot.
Yes.
And he was like all the way on the floor with tummy on the floor.
Yeah.
You know, your camera have a flip screen, right?
Oh, embarrassing. Yeah. And
No, he knows. He just said, but I feel more using
it, right?
Yeah, they actually feel more comfortable going down and look into the viewfinders because I mean, some people not get used to looking at the LCD to shoot.
And sometimes you can't even go down that low to shoot that low picture. Like for example, in a church, that's actually disrespectful because I've seen officiants get mad. They're like, "Why are you on the floor in a church?" Right? I don't know if you've heard it, but I've heard like stories. I've heard of blogs where officiants get mad at photographers that are down on the ground, just laying down flat.
It's a 50-50 story. Some officials, they're like kind of, picky because you think about it, the photographer is supposed to be like ninja during wedding because it's not about the photography. It's not about the photographer. It's about the couple. It's about the ceremony. So they should not even be that close. So almost every single time, if I'm shooting a ceremony, it's always from a long lens, from a far away distance, unless the couple wants something up close or whatever, and we will talk to the officiant and see if we could do something about that. But always be respectful for this type of ceremonies.
Absolutely. All right, let's take a look at the next product you have over here. So this, is a 35 millimeter.
This is my
1.4
perfect.
lens.
So for 35 1.4, a crop sensor is equivalent to a 50 millimeters
Ah, yes.
in full frame. So that's
Yep.
my to-go lens. It's like everything lens from landscape. I mean, it's portrait, group shot. Basically I just manually zoom. Move
Right.
back and forth. So love it. It's a 1.4, so it's pretty sharp. It's wide open. Depth of field is really sweet.
Yes. And you
Can't
have good
complain.
low light capability because it opens up wide for low light shots.
For this version, they have an f2 too, but I choose the 1.4 because I want it more wide open. Since it's still a crop sensor, so the more light goes in, the better,
Yep.
right? And also, if I think I compare the 1.4 actually focus faster than the f2.
Oh, well, that's important, especially when you're shooting
That's
weddings.
important.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's got autofocus too, right? It uses quiet autofocus.
It's one of the
mode.
best 50 millimeter range lens out there comparison
Nice.
to yeah.
Very cool. We got that link down below. It's a great lens to go with the XT3 or the XT4. It's a 35 millimeter, but since the XT3 or the XT4 is a crop camera, it makes it equivalent of a 50 millimeter, which is a very
53,
standard.
actually 53 it says there 53 millimeters.
Oh, we're a little bit off, but then you can zoom with your feet.
3
right?
millimeter. What's the difference, right?
Right. Which is actually the reason why it's your everything lens is because, back in the days with classic photography where you have street photographers, they usually use, I believe, a 50 millimeter, or that's usually one of the more common ones for street photography because it's a very natural focal length. 50 is more or less what your eyes see.
I think better is either 50 or 35.
I could be wrong. But either one, they're pretty natural.
It's a personal thing. It's
Okay.
a personal thing.
Fair enough. All right, let's look at the next lens we have here. Is it 50? No, you're going wider. This is the 16 millimeter. Where's your 16? Let's take a look at it.
16.
How does the size of the 16 compare to your 35 earlier? Is it the same size or?
It's a little bit bigger,
Okay. Nice.
but it's wide, so
Yep.
that's a weird. All the 50 lens are supposed to be smaller. This one's a really well built. It's metal body.
Yes.
And I think the focal length, the minimum focal range is like less than 6 inches.
Yeah, I think so
So
too.
is it? Is that
Yeah.
what is that there?
Yep. Working distance
So
of less than 6
basically-
inches.
I can do semi macro shot with this.
Yes. So you do your ring
Like-
shots with this lens?
Yeah. I
Oh,
mean,
wow.
honestly,
Yeah.
because honestly, I'm kind of bored seeing all the people using like a long
Macro lens. Yeah.
Everything's blurry.
Yeah.
Ever try using a wide angle to do macro stuff? It looks
haven't.
different.
Yeah,
It
I
looks
would
very
imagine so.
different.
Yeah, it gives
looks
you some
very
space.
different. So
Some space.
it becomes unique.
Yeah.
So this become like a wide shot for like dance for 152 shots.
Yep.
I don't use it quite a lot because I'm more like a 50 kind of guy.
Yes.
So, but this is really useful when it comes to doing a banquet. If I want to capture the whole banquet hall, get close up to get those details,
Yes.
which is kind of have this like
Wide.
impact because
Yeah.
wide.
And it's
So
a little bit
it's-
distorted.
It's distorted, so
Yeah.
it becomes kind of attractive.
Yes.
It's kind of like a new style for me. I never done this before until I upgraded to Fuji. So this is kind of cool. This is like a new thing I do.
Very nice. So on the wedding day, would you say the majority of the time you have the 35 millimeter on, right?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Very cool. All right. So that was a 16 millimeter, and this 16 millimeter is also f1.4. So I've noticed a trend here. You like the wide aperture for low light capabilities,
Oh,
right?
for the wide angle 1.4 is kind of interesting because you basically go really close.
Yeah.
So your depth of 1.4 is buried in the back, but
Yeah.
at the same time you have that stretch because it was a wide angle.
Yes.
So people were kind of confused. How the heck did you get that?
Yeah, because the background is not compressed, but it's blurry. So very unique, and you don't see that too much. Very cool. Actually, there's some samples here, so let's take a quick look at the lens itself. Oh wait, is this the one that has the sliding ring?
Oh
here?
yeah. Because if you hear the click sound here,
Ah, yes.
see?
Uh-huh.
So basically, you can just one click and then become manual focus.
Oh.
So when you get close, if the autofocus pretty good, but
Yes.
at some point it hunts, you can
Yes.
basically just go to manual focus right away.
Wow. Cool. cool. Here's some sample photos. Yeah, that shallow depth of field with the wide perspective that's not compressed is actually refreshing. You don't see that
Right,
much.
look at that. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's what like macro wide angle lens can do. That looks interesting.
Yeah, and it's macro, so you can put the ring right here.
Because I'm actually big in compositions.
Yes.
When you do like 85 or the 90 macro, all that,
Yeah.
you basically go really up close to a subject, a person, or like a wing shot or whatnot.
Right.
And all you do with that lens is create the depth of field in the back.
Yeah.
You don't have to compose anything, pretty much. Just blur.
It's easy. It's an easy way out.
With this 16mm 1.4, I could do some kind of composition, create a different frame.
Yes.
Rather than just always in the center or on the side, whatnot. So it's much more interesting to play with.
Ah, yes, and it gives you the more creative edge too. Very cool. Here's another photo. Just beautiful, gorgeous, wide shot. And there's the lens on the camera body.
Looks good on the camera too.
Yeah, it's a good size. Some awards. Look at that. All right, cool. Let's look at the next item you have on here. And it is a zoom lens, a 50 to 140mm
40.
f2.8.
This.
Ooh, let's get a closer look at that lens.
So this is more like 7200.
Yep.
Better into full frame.
Yes.
But it's much smaller and lighter.
Yes, and it has image stabilization as well, right?
It does. It does.
Nice.
It does. Well, when I first got a system, I was thought about going all prime lens.
Yes.
So I actually thought about getting the 56 1.2, I believe. That's equated to like 85.
Yeah. But that's not quite long enough.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
mean, it's a good portrait lens. It's slower to focus. So it's not good to capture. It's just
Yes.
only good for portraits.
Yeah.
So I figured, you know what? Why not just get like a 5140, which is 7200,
Yes.
which I could do portrait and I could do events.
Yes.
And it saves me money. I'm going to buy two lenses.
Yeah, and it's convenient too because you don't have to have two lenses. You don't have to carry one.
I kid you not. I mean, I have been into different brand of camera before. I tell you one thing. I never owned an 85 ever
Really?
in any brand.
85 is my favorite lens.
Because I can't talk to my subject if I shoot 85.
And because you're cropped. If you're 85 and you're cropped, that's like 135.
No. Even full frame, I shot full frame with 85.
Really?
I'm too far away from the subject. I can't tell them to look left, look right,
fair
or
enough.
cheat out with that stuff.
Right.
So I don't like it.
Fair enough.
I have a soft voice. I don't really shout that much.
Cool. Very nice. This is on the XT1. And
XT1.
Yeah, it fits really well with this camera. I like it.
Yeah.
You know, one of the interesting things is I'm a Canon shooter, but for our smaller line of cameras, we don't have a 72-200 equivalent, really. So when we...
No, you don't.
We don't. So for Canons, the crop people need to actually stick a 72-200 on there, which then it's not really a 72-200. It's a very awkward focal length, especially for weddings, because it's kind of too long for the 70.
I know some people use a 300mm to shoot wedding. I think that's overkill.
Well, it depends on how big of a ceremony it is and how far back. But typically, I think the sweet spot is to have a 24-70 and a 70-200 in full frame terms, and that covers the spectrum. And then you can either do that, or you can have the spectrum of like 35, 50, and like an 85. So those are like
I
the
thought
two.
about that because, to be honest, everybody should start with a 24-70.
Yes.
Let's talk about full frame.
Yeah.
24-70 and 7200.
Yeah.
That will pretty much just, these two lenses will cover your whole wedding.
Yes.
But you know how I choose? I don't have, have you realized I don't have a 24-70 equivalent, which is 16 to 55? I don't have one.
Right.
I only have the 35 1.4.
And the 16 1.4.
So that way, it forced me to shoot differently than other people.
Yeah, and you can get really lazy with a zoom lens. Like, your perspective doesn't change. Whereas if you have to zoom out your feet, and because while you're moving...
When you have a prime lens, you have to move.
Yeah.
You have to look for the angle. You have to look for the range.
Yes. Yeah, and because you have to, it automatically makes you want to try different things. It's like kind of just built in your brain. You can't be lazy and just zoom, right? by the time you move there, then like, oh, let me get this angle, let me get this angle. And now that I'm closer to the chair, let me shoot through the chair, right? Or stuff like that. Very cool.
Yep.
Yep. And then, of course, it's a big lens. So here's the lens mount attached to the tripod.
I don't do that.
You don't use,
Only
I don't
do
use
that
it either.
if I have to shoot something else,
Because it's actually a pretty light lens, right? Oh, dude, you can get shots like this. Pretty cool. Like the inside.
Always.
Yeah. It's great lens, great reviews. And there it is. What's
They're all good lenses.
Next item here. This is an interesting item. I wouldn't expect you to have a 23 in addition to all the stuff you already showed me, because this is kind of an overkill now.
23 is more like a 35. I haven't got this yet. I'm still debating because
okay.
Back in my previous brand, 35 is actually my favorite range.
Focal length.
Focal length. Because I could do a lot with it. I could, for 35, in this case 23, I do portraits, environmental portraits.
Yes.
I could do group shots. I could do semi-landscape shots.
Yes.
Could cover a lot of stuff within the event. So it's actually a really good range. I mean, the 55, I mean, the 34.5 1.4 is a little bit of zoom in. So
yeah, group shots is a little bit different.
Let's say if I go to a client's house and the client is kind of clunky and a lot of, miscellaneous stuff on the side, you want to zoom in and get, away from that.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But if there's some nice environment that I want to capture and make sure, it's within the frame, then the 23 millimeter will actually, able to grab more within the frame.
Yes, that makes sense. But for a group shot, like a big bridal party with maybe like 5 bridesmaids, 5 groomsmen, you have 10 people plus bride and groom, that's like 12. Wouldn't this be a little bit too tight? Because that's a 35 equivalent, right?
Depends your location, really.
You can back up more.
If I can, to be honest, if I can, I would rather use my 35 1.4 to do the group shot. So that way I can come past that, and then I get a little bit more depth back of field. So it really depends my location, where how much far can I go back.
That makes sense.
If you could, I tried it one time with my friend's lens using an 85 to do group shot.
Group shot? That's insane.
Outdoor group shots.
85 full frame.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks really amazing.
Yeah, I would say so, because you got that interesting shallow depth of field, or rather compressed background. But also, the thing about longer focal length, and you want to have a lot of people in focus, usually when you have a longer focal length, you have a shallower depth of field too. So it's a little bit trickier. You have to raise your aperture up a little bit more to get more stuff in focus.
It's basically, if you're doing just the wedding couple, right?
Right.
You let's say assume you have an 85 1.4.
Yeah.
You can keep it at 1.4 and get the couple in focus. If you're doing a group, same thing. Just line it up in one line.
I would not shoot a group photo in 1.4 with 85.
I'm just saying. That could work.
If they're all in one plane though, because I think 85 millimeter 1.8 is pretty shallow.
No, I would definitely down to like 2.8 at least.
Yes, I agree. Yes, 2.8. I agree with 2.8. Okay, we're on the same page. I'm just saying,
if you want to pay devil advocate, that you can try that.
Fair enough. Okay, cool. Let's see. Hopefully no more lens. What do we have next here? We have, of course, a flash, because wedding, you have all different kind of challenging lights conditions.
So this is a really good flash. It's built by a company called Ecolo. It's the GT200.
Ah, nice.
The reason I like it is because it has a handle.
Oh. And the handle fits right on top of a light stand? Does that?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So you can just pop it right in the light stand when you need to.
Pop in the light stand. And also, if I have an assistant holding light for me, then, it's much easier.
Yes.
Also, if I don't have assistant, I could do this.
Yeah, you have enough range to move it. It's wide enough, so you can move on the side and take a picture.
And then
it's pretty cool.
This light comes. It's actually quite affordable. It's like what, $279? Is that the price?
The price is $279.99. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it comes with a lot of stuff. Like for this, it comes with this. It actually comes with the honeycomb.
Yep.
And then, oops, I dropped it. Hold on.
Where's Jeremy? Oh, Jeremy's
the gel kits.
Oh, nice. That was gives the photos an interesting look.
And it also comes with the diffuser,
Yes.
which all magnetic.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. That's really sweet.
So
Yes.
pretty much I could just keep that on top of my camera like this, and then
Yes.
whenever I need that to gel, whatever, I could put it, just
Oh,
snap it on.
that's nice. I would love that feature. You should see my flash head. I have tape, like gaffer tape right there next to it, and then I put my gel next to it. So then when I need my gel, I just pull it out from the flash, put it in the front,
Yeah,
and
I
then
used
use
to
the
do
same
that.
tape.
I used to do that.
Yeah.
I love this because there's another brand which do a lot of magnetic stuff, but they
Yes.
cost a lot.
Yeah, I like the magnetic stuff. It's a good touch. I wish the OEM manufacturer thought about the magnetic stuff. That's pretty cool. All right. So
But people, if you can search for it, they have a full kit.
yes.
It costs a little bit more, just a little bit more, a tad more, okay?
Ah.
But it comes with a softbox.
Yes. So this one probably doesn't have the softbox, but this one is a kit too, right? Because it has a case.
It's
Yeah.
a case. It
Fits in your
actually
pocket
has
still,
keys.
right?
It fits your pocket. Yeah. Basically, you unplug that, it fits in your pocket.
And then this is the battery?
The battery basically go up like this.
Oh, it's fast to replace the battery because you don't have to deal with 4 AA's.
Okay, here's the catch. Do you realize that this flash look like another brand?
Another brand.
Godox 800.
Oh yeah, it does look
So-
like the other brand.
I have those too,
Oh,
and
really?
I have Godox
Uh-huh.
triggers.
Uh-huh.
This flash,
Yeah.
actually compatible with Godox triggers. So I don't have to use another triggers. I could trigger all that together.
Oh well, I mean,
Cost me less.
well, you probably got lucky because mixing brands like that, you don't always have the guarantee, right? Because say Godox, maybe they change their protocol, and Gitoko probably changes their protocol, so it might not always work, right? You should always stick with the same brand. But coincidentally, those two brands.
No, they
work.
made it that way.
Oh, they
made
did
it that way.
Oh, okay. Well, that's different.
Well,
I
none
am-
of that. I think all the flash have like similar or almost the same signals, unlike
Protocol,
before.
right? Fair
The
enough.
protocol. So,
Makes it simpler. Very cool. All right. And then here's the full kit, right? Like everything is magnetic, comes with the battery, comes with the charger as well.
It's
Yeah.
powerful too. It's 200 watts.
Yeah, that's pretty good amount, and you got the 29 milliamp hour. Like what I really like about it is the battery because I when I shoot I have like 4 AA batteries, and it takes time to change it because you're in a dark reception room. You gotta take out 4 AA, put it in your palm, then take out another 4 AA from your pouch, put that in there, then replace those 4 AA back in your battery pack and put it back in. You just
What change? This battery full charge could last me 2 weddings.
what? That's crazy.
Yeah.
How many pops is that? Like
There's a lot
500?
of pops.
That's impressive. That's impressive. Yeah. Very nice. Very, very
Also,
nice.
you got to know about your flash power management too.
Of
you know.
course. Yeah. If you use full power all the time, you're going to drain the heck out of it too.
Mhm.
Yep. All right. Let's see what's next on the list here. We got, Iwata Pro 4
Is it?
144 LED bicolor. You got that on hand?
Yep.
Ooh,
This is it.
and
It has a
nice
whole case.
Yeah.
It looks like this.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
Sounds pretty cool.
This is one of the brightest LED panel I ever had.
Brightest, and it's bicolor, right? So you got,
Ooh.
that's pretty bright. So I think bicolor they go from 2600 Kelvin to like
Yeah.
6000 Kelvin, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
This is a much better panels. So it works for 2. One is you could do wing shots with them or detail shots.
Yes.
And also, sometimes I do portraits.
Ah, yes. Yeah, it's enough for a nice portrait light. Uh-huh.
It's definitely enough.
Yeah.
So sometimes I just don't use flash. I use this because it's no
Quick.
point.
Yeah, it's quick,
Quick.
and then you see what you see is what you get, right? Because with
Because back
LED.
then, even when LED were not too mature, I still use LED to shoot a lot of portraits already. But that it's kind of have the green cast.
Yeah.
And do a lot in post. But with all this, the white balance would be accurate. So
Yeah,
it's
you got
actually
a
quite.
97 CRI and a 99 TLCI. So that's great quality color.
It is.
Yeah. So
I do that, but unfortunately, it's powerful, but it's powerful indoor.
Yes.
When it brings the outdoor and daylight, it's not there.
Yeah.
But good
Oh.
thing I had another fix too that works.
Yeah, and it's got the built-in non-stop battery life that can run for 1 hour on full power, 17 hours on minimum power. It's got 24-watt turbo mode, so you got 150% maximum brightness to like give you the extra kick. It runs for 90 seconds. That's pretty cool. I didn't think about it. I guess because it produces a lot of heat, so you can't run that for too long. But for like 90 seconds, that's enough to get your shot. And you got a nice organic LED display. I didn't even know that. Let's look at some of the pictures here.
It's in the back.
Oh.
It's LED.
It's OLED, so it's a very nice display.
It is. It's a nice looking ones.
Yeah, and it comes with some attachment here, so you can move the light a little bit farther away and hold it.
For this, I don't think they showed it yet, but I think they're building something that they can able to mount a couple ones together, become a much bigger panels.
Yes.
And it has a remote control to remote, like, let's say you mount 6 together.
Yeah.
And you have remote control to control all 6 at the same time.
Ooh, lots of power. Lots of power. Very cool. And I like how they also have this, because I think this little mini table tripod is great for having the light hold itself while you do like a ring shot on a table or whatnot.
Yeah, I don't bring it though, because my
it?
camera can only fit so much stuff.
Your camera battery, keep it small, right? Here it says 24-watt turbo mode. And I like the color. It's very industrial looking anodized red. Yep. Perfect color fidelity. Oh, look at that. And you have warning signal if it gets too hot. If it gets too cold, you also have a warning too. But pretty much,
I'm using this for photos. I turn it on, turn it off.
Yeah.
But you use a video, then that's helpful.
Yes. Yeah, if
keep
it's
it
on for a long time. Oh, wow. It's made with aircraft grade aluminum. So it's extremely efficient at heat management. It's built solid because it's aluminum, and also aluminum helps dissipate heat fast too. So,
yeah, it's really cool. When you touch this, it's actually cold.
Yeah. Nice.
You hear that?
Oh, yeah. And here's your OLED display, right? Very nice. And here's the result of the color. You either go from 600 Kelvin, and this is like 2600 Kelvin. You got the nice range there. Is she doing a heart with her hand? She is. She's doing that little Asian heart.
Yeah, it's one of those Korean drama things. I don't like it. I never do it. My wife asked me what to do. I was like, nope, I'm not doing it.
The next time we do portrait, I'm making you do this.
Nope.
And this is the range of the colors. And you got dials here. Okay, so this dial controls the color,
the white balance,
this one, the brightness,
and that's
the power
brightness.
Switch, turbo mode here. And USB-C, right? Charging port?
Yep.
Nice.
Charge.
Very cool. Can you charge it while you're using it too if you need it to last a little bit longer?
I think so. You could put like external battery charge it while you're doing video.
Yes.
That'll work.
That would be nice. Cool. Yeah, and $169, pretty good. Oh, there's a video too. Let's check out the video. Let's see the demo here.
I didn't really use this as the fullest because, I only taken photo with them.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Ooh, fancy. Very nice. Yeah, I mean it's a nice light. It's built well. It's got a lot of flexibility, good quality light.
It has really good build quality of this light.
And it's got a magnetic diffuser. I just noticed.
Yeah.
Right? You didn't even demonstrate that. It's got so many features in such a small little device. I love it. All right, what do we have next here? We have another. Oh, this is RGB.
I have his little brother right here.
It's little brother.
This one's for
it's smaller.
Smaller, but it does more.
It does more. What can it do? Surely it doesn't have multiple colors, does it?
Yep. It's RGB colors. See how it's just changing different colors?
Yeah, just like you're in a rave party.
Yep. So for video user, they could create a lot of different effects.
Yes.
And this is only one mode.
Yeah.
I could change it to
like a candlelight.
No, that's a normal light.
Yeah.
And I could see this is a yellow now.
Yeah. Yep.
Can you see?
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
That's probably better.
That's pretty bright.
And And change
Red.
to red
Yeah.
now,
Oh, violet.
purple,
Yeah.
violet
Blue.
to blue. So it could change color.
Cyan.
So it's
Yeah.
pretty cool. So
That's
you do wing shot or detail
quite
shot, and
flexible.
mhm,
Yeah.
you could create something from the backlight if you want.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, rim lights.
Yep. So
Yeah.
different kind of ring light if you want. So
Yes.
too bright. Anyway, so this is an effect light which is made also built by Iwaka.
Iwata.
Pretty good
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. $109. Pretty affordable. I love that RGB lights are getting so cheap. It's really cool to have an RGB light. Like if I have an RGB light now, I would use them in my background. I think RGB lights are awesome. And especially to use it at a wedding, like for your ring shot, you can have some diversity with some
Yeah.
nice color
It has
lights.
24 scenes more. I haven't showed that more yet.
Oh yeah, you
So,
should one. You just have a transitioning one, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, here's the other one.
It's
You got
not as
fire,
bright as
lightning,
it's bigger,
firework, warning light,
know,
color
has
chase,
more
photo
color
flash.
features.
You have all these different varieties. Accurate color rendition, full color mode. It's really compact.
It is.
Yep. And then USB-C as well, so you can charge it with the same charger as the other one. And then you got the RGB LEDs. You got the quarter 20 screw. What's it called? The screw hole. You got intelligent adjustments. Simple, right? Just you got the mode change and then the plus or minus for adjustments. Some specs here.
Also, look at the CCT color rendering. It's pretty high.
Oh yeah, definitely 96, 98. That's money. 100% power lasts 1 hour, just like the bigger brother. 5% power, you last 18 hours.
So I've been talking to some people about
Yeah.
this LED and compared to others.
Yeah.
Not trying to bash anything or whatever, but then there is some company out there basically just buy random LED.
Yeah.
LED light and put it together on a circuit board and it just push the power, but
Yeah.
it can never retain the quality of the light.
Yes.
From what I heard, is this company actually build everything in house.
Oh wow.
So they don't really buy any other products and just
Yes.
burn it into the circuit board and call it done. So
Yes.
basically, it's how they control the quality. And
Very nice,
That's what I
yeah.
heard. So that's why they're a little bit more expensive than other because the quality is there.
I don't think it's expensive at all. I think $100 for a compact light that's high quality and it looks good too. I think it's a deal. In fact, I'm gonna pick one up after our live stream right now. I think I want one. I probably want two to light
You
my
want
background.
those on the
Yeah,
side, right?
yeah. I'm thinking about doing that. Oh, there's only 4 left in stock. So if you guys are quick, you guys can order them. But if you're slow, I'm
You
gonna
guys
get,
fight.
I'm gonna get 2
I
of
got
them.
mine already.
So there's only gonna be 2 left. So you better hurry. Let's check out the little video. I want to see the video demonstration here. What they got here? Ooh. Oh, is it aluminum body too?
Yes.
Oh,
The whole thing
nice.
is
Wow, look at that. So beautiful. So classy. And there it is mounted with the quarter 20 screw thread right there. You have the mode button. Oh, I love the LCD screen. Very nice. Simple
they should
controls.
push it on like
Yeah.
2 second ish, then it will change more.
Yes. That's like changing from like normal CCT mode versus like RGB mode, right?
hmm
Yeah, you got the color and saturation HSI mode. Yes. That's the unique part about this light is the RGB.
So this light, actually, I have friends who do product shot, but not
Yes.
product videos.
Yeah.
This is perfect for those light effect.
Oh, look at those! Look at that! It's like you're in like
Yeah.
an emergency room, or you're like in a haunted house, or like a police chase here. Very cool. Very nice.
And then we use those. I don't have the chance to use those.
And that's turning it off. Very nice.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna get one. Should I order one right now? No, I'll wait for the live stream to end. I'll let people have a chance. Click on the link down below if you want one. Be quick because
You guys fight for it. Only
Yeah.
4 left.
Yep. But ooh, what I love about your kit is this. This is okay. This is not a cheap light set.
Oh.
This is expensive. Oh wait, I actually have this set. Let me grab it. Where is mine? Oh, there it is. Look,
There's my trusty CLX.
I got one too. And here's my trusty. This is the CL2000, the smaller version of that.
Look how big that LED is.
Yes.
Right
here. Yes.
So this is my outdoor LED.
Yep.
Right here.
Yep. So this one is great for the indoor version of it, right? So we got the Stella CL2000. Combine that with the one you have, the CLX8, right? Both of them come in the kit that we have right here, and produces amazing photos. If you want to see how well these photos, how amazing the photos turn out from using these lights, check out our YouTube channel at youtube.com/pixelstabbers. We did a full kind of a review plus lighting guide, which shows off some amazing results that these lights are capable of. Oh, and you should know the small one is water resistant. No, it's actually waterproof. You can put this into water.
When I have the big one's water resistant.
Right. And this one is shockproof too. So this is really sturdy. Like for the small one, it's great for most things indoor. When you go outside, you might want to bring the bigger one. But when you're in,
so you don't have you ever seen those wedding picture at nighttime? They're raining and then they want the freeze ring or whatever, and then most of the time that the flash can get wet and gone.
Yes,
you can use those.
Yes, yeah, this will be fine for like the low. You can shoot this in full rain, you'll be fine. But your camera might not be, but the light will be, right? And it
depends. I don't know. Even my XT3 is like semi-water resistant, so it'll be fine.
Cool. Yeah, light in motion, very good, high quality LED lights. And definitely check out the video from our YouTube channel at youtube.com/pixelstabbers. You can see some amazing results that Jeremy has captured with these exact lights.
That's a really good quality light. It's a little bit more expensive than the LED panel, yes, but you can actually bring it outside to shoot. And so that's different.
There's only one in stock. I already have one set, so I'm not going to get another one. But I won't be surprised if that one gets sold out. So if you want, click down the link down below. Grab yourself Light and Motion Portrait Kit. All right, what do we have next? Well, you got a lot of lights, but you need a way to diffuse the light, right? So what do we have here?
This is actually, I found this kit myself. It's really good kit. It has a softbox and also the circular art reflector. It's
I've never seen this before.
For headshot and portraiture. It's perfect.
Oh, I've never used this. In fact, I've never been to any lecture or classes that taught how to use this particular curve reflector.
Because pretty much when you have one light, you have shadows.
Yes.
If you go for high edge fashion, that's fine. Yes. But there's a lot of professional headshot or portrait you want to lead up here too. And basically, there's two ways you can do it. You can either put a light down there.
Right.
But that's too much power to deal with because you have to actually control how much power to output for the light, so it will not overpower your upper light.
Yes.
That's what they call the butterfly effect. Now, with that little reflector, with that softbox, you have the setup, the reflector down here, softbox there. So basically, like whatever is bouncing from there down up here, one light, you get the butterfly effect.
Nice.
So it's pretty awesome. It's very affordable. Look at that. That softbox and that kit that come with like gold, silver, and white.
Yes.
It's like what, $249? I bought. I think I bought that too. $249.
Yeah, $249. Yep.
Yeah, it's like I love that kit.
Yeah. Doesn't come with the stand,
if you go to my
Facebook,
so if you go to my Facebook, I have my headshot there.
Yep.
I use this kit to selfie myself.
Oh, this is the one you use for your own portrait.
Yeah.
Nice. Very cool. Very cool. Let's see what we got.
This is not in my camera bag, but then I use it all the time in my studio.
Yeah. Where do we have your portrait? There he is. There's your portrait right there.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, you took this picture with the exact light. Round one. So the next item we have here. Oh, this is your Wacom Intuos drawing tablet. Yes.
Yeah. This is this, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Look how professional. That's the pen.
Yeah. So this is what you use for editing your photos, right?
Mm-hmm. I edit photos with a pen, not a mouse.
I edit my photos with one of these.
I used to have the expensive version of the Wacom,
the
one which just has a screen on it.
Yes.
and also a big one.
Yes.
But I find that it's kind of weird. I mean, it might be personal. I'm not gonna buy myself another 27 inches, Wellcome.
Yeah.
I have myself a 27-inch monitor in front of me already, right?
Yeah.
So I'm looking at monitor. The one I have 13-inch before. I feel like, why am I looking at 13-inch when I can look at the 27 inches?
Yeah.
It was weird. So I basically, sell that thing and it's kind of a small one and using this intro wireless and looking into my 27-inch to retouch. It's much better.
Yeah,
it's affordable. How much is it now? I don't even know what price they cost right now.
You don't need to move your hand as much too, right? Because it's a smaller surface. It's
you could actually control how much canvas space in there. So it's a personal thing. You could map it like you want it bigger, you want it smaller, so you don't have to have too much hand motion.
Yes,
it's up to you.
And one of the basic fundamental feature of a pen is because you have the pressure sensitivity, right? Whereas the mouse, you can move your mouse around, but when you click, that's just one tap. Whereas with the pen, you can push, and the harder you push, you can change the effect, like whether it will make the bolder bolder brush, right? Or you can have it kind of do bigger or whatever, right? You can.
Well, there's a lot of functions within Photoshop that you can control the brush, like pressure sensitive, to allow more ink onto the canvas, or how much flow it will, so you could kind of pretend it's like a pencil. Sometimes you could just not put anything on it,
right?
And
like calligraphy.
keep swiping. So it really depends how you. Let's say if you're an artist, you draw stuff. You want that. You don't want to draw with a mouse because the mouse give you no sensitivity whatsoever. But the pen does. And a lot of artists require that gesture motion to create. You can't just keep your mouse and then start drawing something amazing. They need a pen.
right. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a must. If you're using Photoshop or if you use a software like Lumina 4 to manipulate your work, or even if you use Lightroom, it's great to have a tool like this. And like you can go crazy and buy like the ones that cost several $1,000s. That's like a big screen, and you write directly into the screen, you draw directly into the screen. But technically, it's nice to have, but you don't need it. This is compact, portable. You can bring this with you wherever you go.
Yeah, I used to bring this on the road with me when I do retouch.
Right. It makes sense, and it's so cheap too. So that's a tip from a digital artist right there. This tool will unleash so much potential to your
I'm not trying to spoil Wellcome's company, but honestly, this is all you need. You don't have to buy the expensive one. I don't really see the point of getting those. I mean, unlike that you don't need another PC or Mac to go with it, then it's fine. But you need to attach another MacBook Pro or desktop, then why?
Right.
This is more than enough.
Right. Normally, the reason why I think you would need like the actual screen is because like you can like locate where you want to put the pencil, right, and then draw right on the picture. But with your pad, you can actually hover over the pad, and you can still move the cursor without making a mark, right?
Well, I remember when I first attempted using this, it's not really like having a pen drawing on paper. It's slightly different. There's a lag. So you have to give it a week or so, and you will get used to lag, and you're just using it just like a normal pen and pencil. So it's just little tiny learning curve. Even though you buy the expensive one, you still have the learning curve. So don't think that you buy the expensive one, then you don't have to learn it. You still have to learn it.
I mean, straightforward, it's affordable, and look at the reviews. You got 4,238 reviews, 4.5 out of 5 stars. Like it's a good product. It's a good product. Just because it's cheap and affordable doesn't mean you should buy the more expensive one. You should just buy this one because that's all you need to get amazing pictures.
I think Wellcome's hating us right now.
We're promoting their brand. They shouldn't be. So speaking of cheap, you're using a $27 mouse to help you. And why is
use
this?
To browse and navigate. I'm not using it for work. Why I buy something expensive? I don't need it. But I buy the vertical one so that my hand can be more natural. So I don't have carpal tunnel.
That's important, right? Because here, this one, it helps you keep your wrist straight, and you see happy face. And this one is a standard mouse. Your wrist is kind of elevated, and it's not good to have. Because
as a photographer, I'm right-handed, so my right hand is pretty stressed because I have to hold a camera this
Yeah.
all the time.
Right.
And then when I come home, I have to hold a pen like this all the time. And then if
Yeah.
I have to hold a mouse again, so
Yes.
I gotta find something that ease my hand.
Right. It makes sense. Yeah. And this is super affordable. And it charges, it has a built-in battery.
Yeah.
And you got like 800, 1200,
comfortable.
1400 DPI switch for like extra sensitivity. Noiseless click if you don't want it to make noise. You have the basic forward and backwards button for your browser. 2.4 gigahertz transmission. It's lag free. What else we got here? Looks good. Look at the ergonomics of it. It's so fancy. And the cool thing is, it's so cheap too. $28. Like it. Good choice.
Very affordable.
Yep. All right, we're wrapping up here. What do we have next here? This is a Surface Book. Is this what you use?
This is my on the road laptop.
Or tablet.
This is why I don't
Right.
bring it to Wellcome anymore, because I can actually draw on the screen.
If you wanted to.
I
right?
found that because so I used to be a Mac user.
Yes.
I have my Mac Pro. I have my Mac Pro at home, but it's all gone now. I'm a PC guy. The reason of that, short story, I was upgrading my desktop.
Yep.
I used to have a Mac Pro,
Yeah.
like old one, so 10
Yep.
years old.
Yep.
I was, at one point they came out with the garbage can Mac
Yep.
Pro.
Yep.
Remember which one?
Yep.
And during that point, I was trying to get my spec that I need for the Mac Pro.
Yeah.
And I calculated it cost me $8,000 just to get the desktop.
It's
So I'm not
expensive.
paying $8,000 for desktop.
Yeah.
So I look into PC.
Yeah.
I have even more powerful spec
Yeah.
with PC. It only cost me 2,000-ish.
Yeah. Well, that's
That's where I began getting into the Microsoft and PC. And then when Surface Pro comes out,
yes.
for those who knows me, I love to not play with the big dogs. And doing that, Apple, MacBook were kind of dominant market. So
Yes.
I know for a fact that Microsoft have good products.
Yes.
So I jump in, and also it's unique. You can detach.
Yeah.
Detach your freaking screen, man.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's like a tablet, and
and
it's like a drawing tablet. I mean,
And then during that point, I travel a lot. So sometimes I have to retouch on the plane, on a
Yes.
train.
Yes.
Now, back then, you if you ever sit on an airplane, say, you have a tiny table only, right?
Yeah.
So you put your 15-inch MacBook on there.
You're right.
And where am I supposed to put my Wellcome tablet
You can't.
afterwards?
There's no room.
You can't. There's no room.
Yes.
But with this Surface Book,
Yep.
I could flip it on the other side and just
Just
put
like
it on
this,
my
right?
lap or even on there. Just exactly, and just draw on it
Yes.
and retouch.
Yeah.
It saves space. I could do it work anywhere, and it's
Yes.
powerful.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can spec it out with like a real CPU. Like this is the i7, 60 gig of RAM, 512
And it has a
gigabyte.
multi-input now because it's touchscreen. I could basically one hand
Yep.
on here zoom in and zoom out
Yep.
on my image, and the other hand
Yes.
holding my pen to draw.
Oh, nice.
It's a freaking fluid motion for me to
Yeah.
retouch.
Right. It's funny because like Apple really doesn't allow this kind of combination. They have a tablet, they have the iPad, or they have the MacBook Pro. You don't have the same combination where it's like a laptop computer with a tablet functionality. So this is a unique product that you cannot even get on the Apple side.
No,
Yep.
not at all.
Yeah.
This is a unique product. I mean, the whole Surface line is a unique product.
Yes.
Apple
And-
had none of this whatsoever.
Yeah, and this is not just like a basic stylus. This is actually a pressure sensitive.
Yeah,
pen.
it is.
Yeah, it's a full-blown Wacom-like experience, and virtually no lag too. Oh, and they got
No.
the Surface Dial as well.
Oh, I
Very
had that
cool.
too. Right here.
Does it come included, or is that like an add-on?
It's an add-on.
Ah, do you use it much? What's your feel? What's your instant, quick review of the Surface Dial?
Actually, someone gave this to me, so I didn't bought this. But it's good. If you don't want to use your hand on screen and
Yep.
you want to zoom in, zoom out, this is very
And
sensitive.
it's
Zoom in, zoom out.
smooth, right?
And if you're ever gonna edit video on
Yeah.
Premiere or any other
yeah.
video editing software,
Yeah.
this is perfect for you.
Ooh, I
Because
might
you
want to
can
borrow
dial
that
in
to
and
play
out.
with it.
You can.
Yeah, very cool. All right, I think we're on to our last product of the day. And it's
Yep.
Microsoft
I have
Surface
a Surface
Pro.
Pro 6 Black.
Ooh,
That is my teaching laptop.
interesting. It's cheaper.
It's powerful.
Uh-huh.
The only thing is it does not have the GPU like how the Surface Book 2 has.
Oh, okay.
But it's still a very powerful and power efficient. Basically, like one charge and it lasts for a whole day.
Oh, really?
So I don't have
Nice.
to bring my charger with me walking around in the conference.
Yes.
I could still do edit if I wanted to.
Yes.
Okay. The main thing is I basically store all my lectures in there because the pen itself, I could basically teach with PowerPoint.
Yep.
The pen itself can control slides. So I don't need anything else. So, and it's lightweight. It's very lightweight.
I can see
so
how light
if I
it is.
know I don't have to retouch and
Yeah.
have to travel, put that in my backpack, gone.
Nice. Yeah, it's very compact and lightweight.
And it's black. It looks cool.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. And then let's show a little bit of Jeremy's photos so you guys can see all the stuff that he uses. This is the end result. This is what you can produce if you buy all that gear. Plus you have the experience.
And I come up.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So where are all these places, Jeremy?
So the previous one is San Francisco City Hall.
Yep.
This one in Venice.
Yep.
This one's also in Venice.
Wow. Vietnam. I know this
This
one.
one's in Vietnam.
Yeah.
This one's also in Venice, Hidden Gem Bookstore.
Wow.
Also Venice, the oldest
You travel a lot.
in the world. That's Las Vegas,
Nice.
ghost town. This one's Prague, Czech Republic.
San Francisco Bay
San
Area.
Francisco Bay Area.
Yep.
The Golden Gate Bridge.
Paris.
Also, that's Paris.
Bay Area.
Again.
Palace of
area.
Fine Arts. I know that place.
Art. That is Florence, Italy. Wait, no, it's not that good right now.
Yeah,
Paris,
again.
again.
Yeah. Wow.
Also Venice, and we've been a hotel. That's actually Hong Kong, a high
And
hotel.
that's you, Jeremy.
Me.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for sharing all this great stuff with us, Jeremy. All your gears and showing us how everything comes together, plus some skills and experience. You can take amazing pictures just like Jeremy has.
But nowadays, all the gears
Yes.
and technology is pretty advanced, so
Yes.
it's really on how a person use it.
Yes.
It
Absolutely.
makes very slightly difference, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, that's the great
But
thing.
all the gears I use is right there, we just show. So I'm happy with them.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you do need a bare minimum, and I think you pretty much have the bare minimum. Except maybe one or two, maybe one extra lens on the lineup there that you're thinking about getting, right?
Yeah.
But pretty much that's all you would need. Like you want to have a good range coverage, wide, medium range, and something a little bit longer to cover your spectrum. And it's nice to have a zoom, but having primes helps you kind of think on your feet and be more creative. You don't need a fancy camera. You don't even need a full frame camera. You can do fine with micro 3/4. What is it? A crop sensor camera.
Crop sensor,
Crop-
not micro
crop.
before.
That's right.
I didn't go that low.
It's a crop sensor, but it's a good one because it's from Fujifilms and they have really good lenses with it too. Like
Now, Fujifilm's crop sensor basically push it to the max.
Yeah.
Like it's the ultimate of crop sensor. It's like compared to full frame almost. The
Yeah.
only left thing is because the sensor side is the dynamic range. But
Yeah.
other than that, they're like focus, color activations. The dynamic range is the black, but then
Yep.
the color's there. So it's there. But if I really want to go even full, I mean, there's one, I don't have it with me right now, but
Yeah.
you always go medium format.
Yes, media format. Yeah, I think since you're on
That's
top of
next
it.
generation, I'm telling you. Medium format, next generation.
Yeah, let's just what is the medium format that you recommended? I forgot.
I would say Fuji GFX 50S.
GFX 50S.
I
Yes.
prefer the R, but then I think most people like the S.
I type Fuji film with.
One word. There you go.
Yes.
That one.
Yeah.
So that one's more like a professional type, and the R is more like retro.
Yep. Are they the same price? Because
I think the S a little bit more expensive.
this
The
one's
R
pretty
is
cheap
cheaper
when you
'cause-
buy a used one. Look at that, 3,200.
yeah.
That's like the price of a. That's cheaper than the
so the
1DX.
cool thing about I would recommend. I personally would buy used too. The reason is, okay, what stop causing you to not buy a used camera? It's always the shutter frame, right?
The shutter
Yeah,
count.
shutter count.
Yeah,
So for the medium format,
yeah,
it's not like those smaller camera that you could do like 12 frames per second type.
yeah.
It's like maximum of 3 frames per second ish.
Okay.
Or 3 to 5.
Yes.
So the shutter count is not that high.
People don't
So
go crazy
finding
to
a-
spray, right?
Yeah. So nobody will go crazy shooting that with a medium format. So
Yeah.
buying it used is
Yes.
actually quite affordable and is legit.
Look at that. Exactly what you said. Very low shutter count, and it even comes with the battery grip too.
See, it's only 3,200. It's actually cheaper than a full frame camera.
Yeah, it is. Shoot! After this live stream, I might be picking up one of these. No, this is quite a big purchase. I'll get the LED that we talked about though, but this camera I'll put on my shopping list for next time. But cool, very cool. Thank you, Jeremy, for showing us everything in your kits. This is very, very helpful for me to see what you shoot with. Maybe we'll do another episode where I show you what I shoot with. I shoot with a lot more
Love to
gear,
see that.
much more expensive equipment, but I would honestly say my results are not as good as yours. I mean, that's
don't say that.
up for judgment. But
It's just different style.
different style, that's true. But yeah, I do have a lot of gear. I have what people call GAS, which is gear acquisition syndrome. I can't help but to buy every lens out there just so I can see what
I
it
never
can do.
had that sickness, so I'm immune to that.
You're lucky because it costs a lot. It costs a lot. And if you know what you need, you can focus on getting what you need and getting the work done, getting the job done.
I think the ultimate difference because I do a lot of international gigs, and
You have to travel.
when you travel, you can't really bring a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
and that trains me to use minimum gears
Yes.
and do what I can and
Yes.
maximize it. So I guess just the training. That's all.
Yep, that makes sense. All right, well, this is kind of the end of our video. We're going to just wrap it up by saying our goodbyes. Do you have any last words, Jeremy?
Well, if you have any interest in it, in any of this, and have questions about it, always message us.
Yes.
I'm happy to answer any questions you have.
Yeah, definitely. You can go to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/pixelstabbers. You'll actually be able to see the same video there uploaded in the next couple of days. Or you can always email us. Right now our email is savemoney@pixelstabbers.com. We also have promotions and coupons too. Let us know if you need anything. We'll help you out. And of course,
Yep.
if you're at our YouTube channel, remember to like the videos and subscribe to see more content like this. We're also a big fan of Luminar 4, which is a software that we should have added to this list. Yeah, he's an ambassador
Oh, yeah,
for
that's
Luminar
right.
4. Yeah, Luminar 4 is actually a great software. In addition to all the stuff that we talk about, for under $100, Luminar 4 is amazing. It will take your photography to the next level. So, but we've already done a lot of videos on that, so check it out on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/pixelstabbers. And until next time, we'll see you. We're signing out. Have a great night.
Bye-bye.
See you later. Bye. And we are signing out in 3, 2, 1. And that's a wrap. Adios.
Bye.